What is going on, Swoopers? Welcome back to another episode of Swoop Luke, episode 236. So we're going to get into this preview. I know it's a little bit late, but let's go over this Collingwood Giants game. So before we do jump straight into it, of course, follow me on all my social media accounts. I'll be posting up down below. If you are a new Swooper, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if you are a returning Swooper, welcome. Thank you so much for rejoining me. I hope you are enjoying everything that I'm putting out. You guys seem to really like my Select Footy Cards video unboxing. So I'll do another one of those that'll drop early next week. I've been so busy with work and stuff that I only can record a preview of the game, the day of the game. But I've got to get one out, and I really enjoy them. So let's just preview this Giants-Collingwood game. So in a game that means so much to both teams, it is going to be a colossal effort. I know the Giants are injury ravaged at the moment, but they've just had the wood over us in the last 2 years. And we haven't been setting the football world alight. Yes, we played well against Carlton. Yes, we nearly beat Brisbane, but there was too many things that we did wrong last week, obviously, that saw us lose that game. And, the same with the Giants. They're staring at 0-4 for that's unheard of with this modern day Giants. That's more early year formation Giants. So there's a big game for both clubs. We want to go 2-2, and they want to get a win on the board. So, look, previously, the Giants, like I said, have been 0-3. They've been knocked off quite easily in the first 3 rounds by the teams that they were playing. They haven't, like I said, they haven't set the football world alight either. And now with Caniglio going down, Phil Davis going down as well, Matt DeBoer, they are choked for they've really backed themselves into a corner, and you can't prevent injuries, but if there's any time to beat the Giants, it's right now. As for us, we know we've had a bit of an up and down season, got smashed by the Western Bulldogs in every sort of aspect, came out and smashed Carlton, and you go, fuck, this is going to be a really good start to the season now. We beat Carlton convincingly, and then you go 5 goals up against Brisbane, and you lose by a goal because of some little things. We didn't put them to the sword like we don't do with teams and stuff like that. So it's been an up and down year for us so far as well. And if we're to show the competition that we're real, we're not playing kids at the moment. So, we're obviously contending or trying to contend for a premiership or, get into the top 8 at least. We have to beat the Giants by a hell of a lot. We were 2 wins, 1 draw starting the season, and the Giants were 1-2, 2 losses on the trot, and it was just pretty much a 2019 preliminary final replay because it was a close game. It was an ugly game to watch at times, and in the last quarter we have all the ball and just didn't do anything with it. Classic. The Giants go. They counterattack. Jeremy Cameron got that goal that sealed it for them, and it was just classic Collingwood, 9 goals, 10. There's not much to say about that game besides that it was one of those games last year that we all knew that we should have won, and it should have set up our season more than that loss did. We didn't deserve to lose. We did lose Jeremy Howe to that insane knee injury. Was it a MCL, PCL? I think it was a PCL. It was one of the CLs. And, the rest is history. GWS went on to win that game by less than they won the 2019 preliminary final. And just on that as well, the 2019 preliminary final, I know it's 2 years ago, but let's talk about that a little bit because this game today is giving me 2019 preliminary final flashbacks, PTSD. The Giants were very undermanned in that game. It was raining. It was at the MCG. We were favourites to win. Giants had their backs against the wall. It's exactly a carbon copy of what it's going to be like tonight. So if we've learnt anything is that if we get 72 hitouts to 6 or whatever the hell it was, we've really got to take our opportunities and have to put this fucking Giants team to the sword. When I do this section of key matchups and key areas and stuff like that, every week I do it, and then I go, nah, I'm not going to talk about Brody Grundy and the ruck anymore. But sometimes it's just unavoidable because last week, like I said, we had, was it 65 hitouts to 4, and we just had won the clearances by like 4 or something. So the clearances were pretty even. And this takes me back to the 2019 preliminary final that I literally just touched on. We absolutely smashed hitouts, and nothing comes of it. Buckley came out and said that the hitouts, the stat doesn't really matter, but I think that's a weak cop-out excuse. Of course it matters because you have X amount of ball ups and ruck duels in a game. If it didn't matter, we wouldn't have ruckman to tap the ball. It'll just be, last touch, last kick, or whatever that hell it is. So, of course, that stat does matter. And Shane Mumford has a really good history against Brody Grundy. We saw it in the preliminary final, stuff like that. He can rough him up a little bit. He's very physical. At least we've got Mark Jamer now coaching our rucks. So hopefully Grundy, in the week that Jamar, or 2 weeks that Jamar has been there, has learned a couple of things. And, look, the onus isn't just on Grundy, it's on our midfielders as well. They're very stagnant when they're getting the ball. They're not doing anything exciting. Look at how Nick Nat rucks, He knows exactly where his players are going to be, and the players know exactly where he's going to hit the ball. Our team, who have we got, like Sidebottom, Pendlebury, Adams, and whoever else is in the middle, just just waiting for the ball to just fall into their laps. I don't know, run around, do something, give Grundy something, because at the moment he's just tapping it to thin air, and it happens every week. The opposition just shark Grundy's tap work, and you can see why we never win clearances like plus 30 or anything, which we should be doing. Not so much a key matchup or a key area, but something that I would really like to see is Will Hoskin-Elliott proving the doubters wrong. Look, I don't think Will should be getting a game on the back of this season, and pretty much the back of that Brisbane Lions game. I think he did a lot wrong, but the coaches seem to have a lot of faith in him, so I'd love him to reward that faith, kick 2 or 3 goals. The thing with that is Will would have to play predominantly forward and not up the ground like Buckley likes playing him, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I know it's the modern game and you can't just have stay-at-home forwards and stuff like that, but that's bullshit. If it's the modern game, change it. The hyphen needs to stay in that forward 50 like he did in 2018, like Josh Thomas did in 2018, like Mason Cox did in 2018, and just demand that ball. He's not going to kick goals if he's playing off halfback or if he's all up the ground and setting up. Yeah, he can set up. He has run. He has a good kick sometimes. But I would rather see his impact be in front of goals, sharking, crumbing. That's what I want to see Will Hoskin-Elliott do. Pressure tackling as well. Another kid to watch out for is Bo McCreary. Absolutely love this kid. Talk about him all the time, especially on my Instagram, at Swoop, by the way. Defensive forward, 19. He's going to kick 2 goals. I have a feeling he's going to kick 2 goals. And he's that, look, defensive forward. When was the last time we had defensive forward? I don't know. I think was Jared Blair a defensive forward? Just high tackling, knew where the ball was going to be, loved the goal as well. And Jared Blair, early years Jared Blair, not later on in his career, Jared Blair. And the last key area that I kind of really want to look at, it's not so much a key area, it's just that if we are up by 4 or 5 goals, I want to see this team put teams to the sword. Don't give them any chance to come back in. We should have beaten Brisbane by 6 or 7 goals. We just didn't not have the will, because you always want to win. But we just took our foot off, and then, look, Brisbane came back and won. This Giants side, they've got a lot of stars out, but they're a good side. Don't get me wrong, they are a very good side. I know they're 0-3, but they are a very good side. So you can't give them any sort of leniency, because they will come back and they will hurt you and hunt you. So if we have 4 or 5 goals up, we need to turn that into a 7 or 8 buffer, because it's classic Collingwood to be 5-6 goals up and then the other team to come back. And it's about time we start putting teams to the sword, because we are a good fucking team. So the ins and outs just went up yesterday. It shocked everyone. So our ins were just Bo McCreary, who was the unused sub last week, and our out was only Tyler Brown. So not even injured, just omitted. I thought Tyler had a better game than his brother Callum did. I thought he had a better game than Will Hoskin-Elliott. I liked the inclusion of Josh Thomas. Keep him in. I've been saying it all the time. He's been playing really well. But there were a lot of guys I would have dropped before I had dropped Tyler Brown. a lot of guys I would have brought in as well. I would have made 2 or 3 changes. Even Greenwood, just for a bit of grunt. I would have debuted McRae against an undermanned Giants team. I know he's a Victorian and he hasn't played a lot of games and stuff, but look at Essendon, look at some of the Sydney guys as well. You just gotta bite the bullet. Buckley's in that purgatory where it's like, it's my last contract. Do I want to play the kids or do I want to try and win a premiership in the last year and get a contract extension? So you can kind of see where he's coming from as well. Look, if we lose this game next week against the West Coast Eagles, there's going to be a hell of a lot of changes. So my prediction and big call, I've been so wrong on these recently. Let's say my prediction, I reckon we're going to win by 4 or 5 goals, so about, let's say, 34 points. And my big call is that Bo McCreary is going to kick 2 or 3 on debut 2.0. So, look, finally, I'm a little bit nervous because who knows what Collingwood team rocks up. I haven't never in the last 2 years been confident enough to just chill out and watch this team absolutely dominate, because that hasn't been the vibe that they've been giving me recently, and I doubt they've been giving you that vibe either. So it is going to be an interesting game, and look, we will win. I think we will win, but my heart can't take another showstopper. Let's give me a chance to just relax, sit back, drink my gin and tonic, and win by 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goals, please. Anyway, guys, this has just been my quick preview. Sorry it's so late. Like I said, been so busy with work and stuff. I just haven't got around to doing it this week. It will change. Ideally, I want these to come out 3 or 4 days before the game. It gives me more time to work on other things. If you have any comments, leave them down below. If you have any ideas for videos, leave them down below as well. I'm always looking out for doing more videos that aren't just previews and reviews. But anyway, guys, in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.
Ooh la la.